Hello again, it's your friendly neighborhood host, JT Wheely, back for another episode of the History of Comics podcast. This time, another edition of the Christmas Classics, and this time we'll be highlighting the classic episode of the original Justice League animated series, originally airing back in December 13th of 2003 on the Cartoon Network. Directed by Butch Luckett and written by Paul Dini, which, being the 23rd episode of the second season, finds various members of the Justice League celebrating the Christmas holiday in their own ways, from the Flash trying to get a bunch of toys for an orphanage, or have to deal with the Ultra Humanite, to Superman inviting John Jones, the Martian Manhunter, to his parents' farm for Christmas, or even Green Lantern John Stewart and Hawkgirl going off on an alien adventure. All this is a fun Christmas spirit. It really has fun with the holidays. I especially love the fact that Superman, when he takes John Jones to meet his parents, it's revealed that he still believes in Santa Claus, which is great, especially if you're reading the current Batman's Santa Silent Night series, where it's revealed that Superman is a giant geek for Santa, which, of course, he's Superman. Of course, he loves Santa. And, especially love how the Flash uses his powers to try to make an orphanage kids happy getting the best toys ever. And then, of course, you see the blossoming of the romance between John Stewart and Hawkgirl in this that, of course, would play out through the rest of the series. The one disappointment, of course, is that Batman and Wonder Woman are not featured in this. Of course, as those over at the Holy Batcast podcast, when they reviewed this episode, like to point out, their theory is that Batman was out on Watchtower duty, and Wonder Woman decided to bring him some Christmas cheer. Yes, as far as the animated series is concerned, I'm a big shipper of Wonder Bat. I thought they were a great couple, at least in the animated series. Cartoons, the regular comic books, I'm more Batman, Selena Kyle, Catwoman, and also, of course, Wonder Woman Steve Trevor, because I really hope Lizzie in the comic book is going to end up being their daughter. That being said, just a fun Christmas episode, and of course, written by Paul Dini, who, of course, written some other classic animated Christmas episodes in both the Batman animated series and the new Batman series. Just a great read, great watch from beginning to end. A fun, joyful watch. So yeah, if you have the HBO Max subscription where you can watch this, definitely check it out, because this is a fun Christmas classic for any DC comic book fans.
Positive than a New Day pancake. More fun than a super kick party. It's the wrestling podcast from the host, who is the hammer swinging, burrito eating, well, you know the rest, of Thunder Talk. Sexy Thor. It's the Ring of Thunder, found in the Thunderverse and among the great podcasts of the ESO network.
And now is December 21st, 2023, time for the favorite comic of the week. Uncanny Spider-Man, number 5, by Si Spurrier, Lee Garbett, and Simone Benefantino, which is a great conclusion to this too short limited series, which the only bad thing I can say about this is that it's a limited series. I want this to be a regular series, which finds Nightcrawler seemingly captured by the Vulture and his hounds, who are working for Orchis, only for Nightcrawler to have a trick or two of his sleeve, as of course his girlfriend Silver Sable and his mother Mystique all play roles. This is a great conclusion to this series. It sees Nightcrawler taking the fight to Vulture finally, and shows how, honestly, it has to be said, under Si Spurrier, this is the best Spider-Man comic in the stands, because it has everything you want: romance, drama, action, great revelations, like you learn about Nightcrawler's true connection to Mystique, and how, she's his mom, but he also has another mom, Destiny, and we can't wait where that gets resolved. Also, the relationship with him and Silver Sable is fantastic, and definitely leads to a great future with those two. And the action is fantastic with the art by Garbeau and Bonafantino. Just fun and action-packed, great look on the Nightcrawler, and just a fun series at the beginning. And probably my favorite of all the Follow the X books, which have been up and down, though I have to say my favorite thing about all the Follow X is that between Uncanny X-Men, Invincible Iron Man, and so forth, we're seeing the X universe reintegrating into the larger Marvel universe, which might be a larger commentary on how, when they decided to form their Krakoa nation and separate themselves from the rest of the world, they shouldn't have done that so much. They should have still maintained their friendships and alliances with the Avengers and Fantastic Four and so forth. And they're kind of learning their lesson. It's like, hey, these are our friends. We shouldn't have cut them off too, on top of everything else. And also just reading wise, it's great to see these characters interact. I love seeing Nightcrawler and Spider-Man interact, and Iron Man and Emma Frost's relationship. But back to Uncanny Spider-Man. fantastic read from beginning to end. If you haven't read the series, get the trade. It's just well worth the wait. And hopefully this becomes a regular series. I want to see more of this Nightcrawler just being a cool hero with his awesome girlfriend, Silver Sable, just doing cool stuff, because it's just a lot of fun. And I can't see where this character goes next. So yes, if you're looking for a great read, check out Uncanny Spider-Man number 5. And with that, that'll conclude this episode of the Christmas Classics. Join me again next week for probably one more Christmas Classic to close out the season. But until then, go out and enjoy such a good comic book. And if you can, check out, if you want a good Christmas cheer, check out the Justice League episode Comfort and Joy, because that is a true Christmas classic.